to another episode of Cutting It Up at Palm Beach Finest Barbershop. I'm Mr. E, your host, and this is my co-host,
Succulent Michelle.
and today's guest,
Jason, the Ragin Asian Somjai.
Ragin Asian. So, Jason,
Welcome to the show.
right? Hell yeah.
Yeah,
What
man. Thank
what
you for having me, guys. Thank you.
what brought you to Palm Beach County? Like, where were you born? How did you get to where you at right now?
Where do you helm from?
Man, that's a long ass story. I'm gonna tell you that. Actually, I was born and raised in Nebraska, man. Tecumseh, Nebraska, small town,
Nebraska.
3,000 people. Man,
That's small as fuck.
yeah, 3,000 people, man.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, yeah, coming from a small community type of town, you know what I mean? Kind of everybody knows each other, you know, and there wasn't really any, I wouldn't say racism or anything, you know, prejudice really. It was in the Midwest, so it was like a really simple life. You know, my family, they moved over there after the Vietnam War, so they came over there as a refugee. And living in the Midwest, I guess they had this chicken plant called a Campbell Soup, and that's where all the Asian minorities, they kind of migrated to after the Vietnam War. So that's where we kind of established ourselves, and that's where I was born and raised.
Wow.
You know,
How old were you when you moved to Palm Beach?
I was 18 when I moved here to Palm Beach. You know, I kind of got away from the small town and moved straight to the city life. And
Did you leave your parents there, or they came here with you when you were 18?
Actually, more of my family, they still live over there in the Midwest right now. They actually live in Kansas now. No, they still live over there. I just moved over here at 18 because, you know, I kind of decided to kind of take my own route and take my own, journey.
You had enough of corn.
Yeah, well, I mean, growing up in Nebraska, it was corn and rice, you know.
Yeah.
So that was the lifestyle over there. But going over there and you know, being raised over there kind of brings up my my country ways, the simple life, you know, the redneck ways away, I guess you guys can say, and also you know, corn-fed Asian lifestyle where I kind of bring out the minority Jason, you know.
Okay.
little Asian guy within me, you know. But yeah, it's kind of crazy how the upbringing all came from just being from the Midwest, but learning a lot of morals in a small town and a community like that where I was, you know, born and raised.
Did you know people here when you moved here?
I knew my uncle. My uncle was the only person that you know, he was like, you know, invited me to live down here after I left Nebraska. Nebraska was kind of
And you came directly to Palm Beach?
Palm Beach, yeah, right away. I came down here. I lived in Jupiter Farms right away.
Oh, so you're still country.
Yeah.
yeah.
How old are you now?
I just turned 35 on Sunday.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you've
just-
been-
Oh,
You've
happy
been here.
birthday.
Thank you so
It's your
much,
birthday
thank you.
week.
Yeah, it is.
Rocking
birthday
it.
week. Yeah, I know,
Oh,
right?
yeah. So were you always a fighter, like as a child, or
No,
is
I
that
wasn't
something
a
you
fighter.
picked up here?
No, actually, I wasn't always a fighter, but you know, my grandpa, he showed me how to do things here and there. But there wasn't really any competitions when I was younger or anything. But what I really kind of established myself in sports was, you know, being in the small Midwest, you know, small town in the Midwest, was that I had coaches and mentors that like invited me into like doing other sports like wrestling, basketball, football, and you know, small community town. You know, you got coaches that, you know, encourage you. Hey, Jason, you can do this, you can do that. You know what I mean? That's what's great about the small towns. You know what I mean? That's why when I have children and stuff like that, I think I want to go back home. You know, back to the Midwest a little bit, just kind of where you know, they don't get poisoned by some of the
Where things are a little slower, right?
Yeah, little things a little
Yeah.
slower. People kind of learn to like hone in on things that kind of matter, you know, matter, but the simple things that matter. You know what I mean? And then that's all really. And I guess if you can kind of go with that, you'll find a lot of opportunities within. You know what I mean? You can kind of grow with that type of approach. You know, but yeah, being in the Midwest, I learned how to wrestle, and that's where I kind of established myself.
Oh, so you didn't do like
Yeah, I was
or anything first?
No,
You
no,
did
I
wrestling?
I did wrestling first. Wrestling, man. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Have you seen that movie, Here Comes the Boom,
the
with Kevin James?
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
the teacher. You know, they say in that movie, a wrestler makes a good fighter.
Yeah, a wrestler does make a good fighter, and that's exactly that's why I probably took the shot in the dark back around like 2008. I took a shot in the dark, and I was like, you know what, maybe I should try MMA fighting, because it just started becoming legal for like amateur fighters. So it was around 2008 when I took my first fight. But before that, I mean, I established myself as a wrestler in the Midwest. I knew that I had the capabilities of doing that. I went to a York State College, a Christian college for you know, for an off-season time, and I was able to go over there and kind of wrestle with the college guys over there for a little bit. So I knew where I kind of was, and I kind of established kind of a skill set like limit for myself, and I knew where I was. and kind of started to read from there. Like, okay, maybe I can get better at this. Maybe I can get better at that. Moved down to South Florida. Would have never took a shot in the dark like this. But I went to my first fight, knocked the guy out in like 17 seconds.
Wow.
And I've been addicted
Well, it
to.
gave you like your courage.
Yeah, and,
So what's
And like you knew you could do it then.
yeah, and I knew I could do it then, and then that's what got me like locked in from there. It was ever since 2008 when I knocked that guy out in 17 seconds.
So what's your style like?
My
MMA
style,
or-
my style is now Muay Thai, because Muay Thai, you know, it's just it is my background. It is in my nationality. It's a stand-up style fighting, and me being able to have that stand-up style fighting attribute with a background of wrestling, you put that all together. I think you got really a good dominating type of fighting figure that you can kind of work with, you know. And I wouldn't say I'm like the best fighter in the world, but I know I can bring some really tricky attributes to it. You know?
So, like before you became a coach, what kind of jobs you were doing? Like when you moved down here at 18,
yeah,
what
man.
did you do?
Damn, that's crazy, man. Yo, I've worked anonymous jobs, man. It was crazy. My first job, I came down here. I was a welder. I was a fabricator for a sign company called Baron Sign Manufacturing, and you know, I learned, I experienced a lot over that company. I was there for about 3.5 years or so. I was a fabricator, and after I was a fabricator, I moved into interior signs. So I started doing like photopolymer signs and making braille for like the blind, like little signs like that. So interior signs. After that, I left there. I went to other companies, but I was a landscaper.
Yeah, I remember that before you became
a
coach.
Yep, and I was also we even tried telemarketing. I was also a dock hand for a marina right here, local, right off of over there, Gateway Boulevard. And
That always seemed like a fun job.
yeah, it
Was
is,
that a
but
fun
then again,
job?
it isn't. But when you work for a son of a bitch, you know, I mean, it's kind of different. You know,
Yeah.
you work for Biff Tanner. You know.
Shout out to Biff Tanner.
Shout out to Biff Tanner. I forgot your name, but yeah. But that fucking guy. But you know what? But with all the experiences of having different bosses and stuff like that, it always let me know that, hey man, just bite your tongue. There's other things out there for you. You know what I mean?
do. You have to bite your tongue.
And you bite your tongue. You know what I mean? And I remember when I quit, he was an asshole to me, but I remember I was ready to quit. You know, he was quick to let me go right when I said, "Hey man, I just wanted to get my 2 week notice." He's like, "No, you can leave today if you wanted to." I'm like, "Yeah, of course you want me to leave today, you fucking asshole." You know.
But at least you gave it 2 weeks.
At least I get my 2 weeks. But,
Yeah.
but no, I did. Like I said, I worked anonymous jobs, man. I was also a tree trimmer. I was a tree cutter. Yeah, man.
So you'd be climbing them trees.
Yeah.
So no matter what
You
were
climbed
doing,
the
you were doing
tree?
the training.
I was working out. I was working outside, man. And I also became a truck driver. I have CDL license. Yeah, man.
Nice.
This redneck Asian boy right here got the CDL
How old
license.
again? 30 what?
I'm 35.
Not bad, bro.
Yeah.
Not fucking bad. So how long you been
Yeah.
coaching for now? Like
I've
full
been
time?
full-time coaching, full-time
Yeah, like when
now
you
for
quit
the
and
past
you became
for the
coach.
past like 3.5 years full-time coaching. But before that, I was already coaching probably for like 8 or 9 years, working a full-time job and still teaching at 2 separate gyms. So working a full-time job, still teaching at 2 gyms, trying to make things work and I wouldn't say making ends meet, because I was able to just kind of establish myself as a trainer.
Well, you do a lot as a trainer. You train. You do you're a professional rapper.
Yeah.
So explain to them what a rapper is.
Oh yeah, the hand wrapping. Obviously,
And it's important that you wrap your hand.
Yeah,
If you don't wrap your hand, you
you
definitely
gotta
can break
remember
that wrist.
Like even right now, I got a little injury. I broke my hand. The thing is that in professional fighting, and in the amateur fighting, you always have to have your hands wrapped by tape and gauze. And with the tape and gauze, you have to have a professional guy that knows how to, professional girl or guy that knows how to wrap the wrist and the hands to make sure that these small little bones in the hand, on top of the hand, don't break because of the penetration of the knuckles. Because I mean, obviously, when you guys punch with the knuckles, there's a weak point right here and a weak point right here in the wrist. So you got to always make sure that you cover all those.
So what they call that, a boxer's knuckle,
Yeah,
and
a
it
boxer's
pushes it
fracture
back.
and stuff like that, where you
Yeah.
break your knuckle right here, and that's what kind of happened to me right there. But now my hand's getting better. But that's kind of one of the things. And as a professional fighter, and being able to be behind all my students that have fought in the past, I was able to pick up the skill and the trade of being a hand wrapper. And now
Is it about how tight it is?
you don't want to make sure that it's not tight to the point where you're cutting off the circulation.
Right.
You want to make it enough where it's strong and packed, and then the wrists are secure and things like that. So I was able to take a role in that and be able to be in one of the most craziest fight promotions in the world.
So let's say if somebody wants to hire you as a rapper, how can they reach you? Like, what's your websites and sites or Instagram?
You
Give
can,
it to them so they know.
They can reach me on Ragin Asian Cut Man on my Instagram, or they can also see me on Somchai Muay Thai on my Instagram. Yeah, man, I'm out there, man. I have a lot of students, man. I have 17 champion fighters. 17.
Wow.
Well, shit, he trains my kids.
Congratulations, that's
Yeah,
great.
He trains 2 of my kids right now.
Yeah, so I have 17 champion fighters, adults and kids, throughout this whole time that I've been a trainer. And now I don't own my own gym. And I don't think I ever want to fucking own my own gym either.
It's a lot of responsibility, right?
It is.
You
It's
know,
very,
the
and it gets
overhead.
political and stuff like that, and the overhead. But now, being who I am, I'm more of an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? And that's and the way the world is shifting is entrepreneur,
That's where it's
NFTs, digital stuff like that, and being able to kind of just roll and roll with the wave of the world. You know, you gotta kind of find opportunities that lie within. You know what I mean? So all these things that are coming about, and especially with the opportunities that I'm kind of presenting for myself, coming back into fighting again and teaching and changing lives one day at a time.
Yeah, you help a lot of people, man.
I mean,
My kids love fucking training because it's like a stress relief
yeah, man.
to them. Like they let all their frustration.
I don't know how to like not do that. I'm always training or teaching somebody to always be better or something like that. But that's kind of from my upbringing. You know what I mean? Me being in Nebraska, like I grew up in Nebraska, but I had a hard juvenile lifestyle growing up. You know, I got into trouble, get into carjackings and freaking Grand Theft Auto and stupid crap like that.
Asian, fucking Asian.
So you've been up the road?
Oh yeah, I was in juvenile detention for 4.5 years.
Oh,
I didn't get out until I was 18. So right there, about 14 years old. Between that and to 18, I was in a juvenile detention facility. But
Did you have to fight in there too a lot? Or?
yeah, I had a few fights in there, man, and that's when that's probably the first time I really had to deal with real racism. Real prejudice, and that's like I said. I'm born in a small town. I didn't really have to deal with that. But going into like a facility.
So as an Asian, you had to face racism.
Ching chong and this,
You
goop
see
that, dog.
So
eat
not
this.
so everybody faces racism.
Yeah,
Not only
believe that.
one race.
Yeah,
All kind of races.
and I was, and this is from a bunch of
Even white people.
This from a bunch, but this was
They get
the
called crack.
prejudice. Yeah, this was prejudice from the African American guys, man. They were calling me ching chong and this.
You hear that?
So
You hear that, huh?
But and then
That's just lack of education.
Well, yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? That's what it is.
And I guess it kind of always gave us like a terms and rights to basically call each other the same kind of thing.
Right.
And that's what kind of almost like an equilibrium
Sure.
of racism calling. I mean,
that
nobody wants to use the N word. You know what I mean? I don't want to. I don't like to.
Yeah.
But you know what though? Like here in Palm Beach, that's what I'm saying, yo. Like Palm Beach is so fucking, it's so diverse, bro.
Yeah.
Like, to me, bro, like there is no minority.
And that's
here
probably
in
what I
Palm
love
Beach.
about South Florida.
I think
Man.
we're
It is
all
diverse.
equal, like-
There
Yeah,
isn't, but I think that everybody is, racist
Well, there
in
is-
their own way.
there is levels
just
and-
because
Oh
we're
yeah,
all,
even my
But
We're all-
honestly, I don't
we're all
think- I
brought
don't
up
think-
differently,
I don't think,
you know?
like I think Palm Beach has become such a melting pot. Like,
Oh,
I don't
sure,
really see it.
absolutely.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
don't
No,
really
man.
see
I
it.
mean,
I don't see it now as much,
No, back
but
in
when
the
I was
day,
a
it's
kid, I'm
different,
not
yeah.
going to be ignorant to say that I didn't
No,
see it.
yeah, but nowadays, like,
Yeah. It's
like,
less. We're all trying to be better humans, I think.
No, yeah, exactly. And then because like I said, my upbringing, I was having grew up in a hard time, got into trouble and stuff like that, but I would say that with that window between that 14 to 18, it changed my life, and then it made me probably the better man and who I am today. Being able to like be set in line to have to do the things that you have to do in order for you to stay out of facility or whatever, and them to see that I'm making progression to get out of the facility and stuff like that. So I had independent living programs and things I had to prove to the court systems for me to kind of get out, and I guess that's what kind of created me to be more of the man I am today. You know what I mean? Because growing up, like, you know, obviously with the guidance of my parents, there's nothing wrong with my parents. They didn't do anything wrong. It's just that I didn't want to listen. It wasn't their fault. It's I didn't want to listen, and I know it. But now going back, being 35, and now kind of a year later and a year wiser, you know, you're always gonna look back on the things that you used to do and wish you didn't do. You know what I mean? But I think that's what it is. It's a growth. It's a whole. That's what makes me, and that's what makes me try to kind of pave another way for the next person under me. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, because all these young folks, you're teaching this art. You're also teaching them a discipline where you're learning this discipline instead of getting into trouble.
Yeah, and I mean
that's a good outlet.
It is. It's a great outlet. Like I remember when I was a kid, I've always wanted to be a teacher. I've always wanted to be a trainer or a mentor or something like that. But I never knew how I would get there. My teacher told me, well, you're gonna have to go to college if you want to be a teacher. I was like, yeah, well, fuck that. I don't want to be going back to school.
No
I'm gonna graduate. I'm not going back.
And you know now, bro.
Yeah, now.
You're fucking
not that there's anything wrong with going back to school.
No, he does educate himself a lot.
No, I do. I think
he graduated as
certified
a nutrition something.
Yeah.
He has a degree too.
Yeah, National Association of Sports Medicine. I also
there you go.
I'm also a personal trainer. I do that, and
how'd you learn to do the rapping, the hand rapping? Did somebody train you?
No,
or did you just learn out of experience?
Well, also getting my hands wrapped by my uncle and other fighters and stuff like that, and then people wrapping my hands and having the experience in boxing, having experience in all these MMA fights and stuff like that. I went through like 60 amateur MMA fights, like 60 amateur fights, and then I went to pro 2012.
So 120 hand wraps.
Yeah, 2 hands, you know what I mean? But getting wrapped up and watching people get wrapped and stuff like that. Then I had a lot of students while I was fighting. So while I was an amateur fighter, I was also still fighting, and still a trainer.
And you got a fight
coming
up too.
Yeah. I've got a fight coming up January.
We sponsored him too. In City of Lake, we're sponsoring him. Native Boys.
Oh yeah, man.
Palm Beach Finest.
Yeah, man. I'm getting back out there again. Just fighting again. But that's just I'm so appreciative and of my all the things that I've gone through throughout now until throughout then until now. You know what I mean? Even all the hardships and stuff like that, because it wouldn't make me who I am today. I was able to kind of see things and put it to a better perspective for me to not kind of get angry at them or myself, and because more of an angry mind is a weak mind, and I felt that type of anger, especially living here, because I'm coming from a small town, in Nebraska, and then I come down here to South Florida, and I'm working for assholes like Biff Tanner and other companies, and other people that own their own companies and stuff like that. There's always got to be that asshole at every job. You know what I mean? Everybody's got that.
But you know what? It teaches you.
It teaches me to just kind of bite my tongue.
You had to learn something from. What's his name? Biff.
Yeah, Biff.
Biff Tanner.
Yeah, man. You know what's crazy about Biff Tanner is that I bumped into him, and then his son or his nephew ends up training with me.
Small world, huh?
Yeah, you know what I mean? And you know what? All I can do is just be like, hey, see that? And that's how the way
it was just part of your journey.
It is. It's part of my journey, and that's something I can kind of look back at. Not even look back at it. I can just laugh at it and be like, cool, see, that's what happens.
As a fighter, you keep like a special diet because you don't look like you got a fat.
Nah, man, I'm shoot, man. We Asian people, man, we like to eat a lot of vegetables, anyways. So as long as you're like eating your protein and your vegetables, I think you're actually gonna be all right.
What do you recommend somebody like for a healthy diet, even if you're not a fighter? Like in the morning, what would you recommend people like?
Oh man, I mean, everybody's different. I mean,
being a nutritious.
Sure, I like to do oats. I like to do oats with some honey. You know what I mean? Some chia seeds on that.
Some what on it?
Some chia seeds.
Oh, chia.
Yeah, soak it. Soak your oats in the morning so you don't have to deal with it. Being hard later. So, yeah, man, that's what gives me a little bit of a boost for the rest of the day. Yeah.
And what do you do for like lunch? What do you recommend for like lunch?
Lunch, man, Brian. I'd say, man, just get that chicken breast, low on salt, low. You know what I mean? Make sure you guys get like a sweet potato or a baked potato. For most of us, especially in the Asian culture, we eat a lot of like soups and brothy stuff like that. So we really, it goes in and goes out pretty easy.
So basically,
it's
eat
clear
something
fluids.
that'll just
the clear
go through
fluids.
quick.
Yeah.
And then for like dinner, what would you recommend?
Oh man, It ain't be anything, man. It'd be like steak, whatever, but you know, make sure everything's light on that salt. Try to calm down on the sauces that you guys get from the stores and stuff like that.
Oh, bad about the sauces.
Yeah, you know, but you know what my girlfriend likes to do is she likes to make her own thing, and she's just been like a big old TikTok freak and learning different things here and there, and it's kind of crazy how she learns a lot from over there, but a lot of recipes that kind of come to life.
And your girl's Asian?
Lots of cool cauliflower recipes
your
out
girl's
there right
Spanish?
now.
Yeah, my girl's Spanish, man. Yeah,
oh,
man.
Man.
Nicaragüense, bro.
So you speak the Spanish too?
No, a little bit, man. Mi tienes poquito, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I can understand it a little bit. But also being a landscaper and a tree trimmer and stuff like that, I worked around a lot of Spanish guys.
Oh, you learned a little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
think we all
there.
are like that.
But you know, I mean, I would always remember and cherish those moments when I was out there working with my Guatemalan buddies and my Spanish buddies and like, you know, the Puerto Rican cats and the Mexicans, man. It was fun. You know, they always used to call me Pacquiao out there. They didn't call me yeah, you know, most of the time people would, you know, in Spanish they would call you Chino. But they never really needed to call me. They just call, oh, Pacquiao. And everybody knew it right away. They knew who I was.
What does that mean?
Just Pacquiao, like Manny Pacquiao, because he's a Filipino boxer.
Oh, okay.
He's a Filipino boxer. I guess because I look like a Filipino boxer, they call me Pacquiao out there. So
well, it's different then.
Yeah, something different.
And then
better than Chino, you know.
That's a great.
Yeah,
he's an actor, guys. Listen, a fighter, an actor, a landscaper.
Yeah, I dabble.
Oh, that's right. You did say you do extra.
He was in Burn Notice.
We need to know about this extra. E and I want to be extras. We want to be extras. We belong on the screen.
No, I jumped in on a little thing because, you know, with me going into the fighting career, we were able to kind of get this little slot in some action parts of a TV show called Burn Notice, and as me in the MMA community, they're like, hey, you want to try being an extra over here in Miami? So I went over there. It was for a Burn Notice TV show, and I was able to get on that TV show and get a little bit of a screen time, you know, 5 seconds of screen time. It wasn't much, but
hey, 5 seconds is 5 seconds.
5 seconds is 5 seconds, right?
That's one Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi.
And that's coming from a small town boy from the town
Nebraska.
From 3,000.
Oh, that's
right. That's what I'm saying.
Well, to me, you're a success, bro. Like, the reason I have my kids train with you is I've seen you grow to, like, what do I know you, at least from like 2013 to now, so almost about 10 years.
Yeah, man.
Close to 10 years.
The barbershop over there.
Yeah, right here, from Forza. So I followed your career a lot. I got you right here on the wall and right here.
Yeah,
and fucking, you're a hell of a coach. You're a hell of a mentor. To see and know that you came from a small town was amazing. Like, to where you're at now. Like, I know when you went back home after being here for a while, people were setting up appointments with you back in your town to train with you. Like, that right there is fucking,
yeah, man.
That's fucking amazing, bro. So, and then I know through your social media and stuff, you're followed like believe it or not, worldwide, bro. People follow you worldwide. And then here in Palm Beach, Ragin Asian is fucking known. Like, when they see you, bro, like, the respect people have for you is amazing. You know, I know there's disrespect when it comes to you being a professional fighter and people calling people out. But as far as
well, that's just like,
yeah. But as far as here in the street,
that's just shade.
Yeah, like,
fuck. People be throwing shade.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's you know, like. Bro, like,
you're gonna get that with
bro.
Any kind of success that you get. There's always gonna be somebody.
Well, with this next fight coming out, I know he's gonna get. He's already known in Lakewood.
So you said Coral Springs?
Yeah, Coral Springs, January.
How do you get tickets for these things?
You can actually.
Oh, there you go. If people want to hit you up,
how do you get tickets?
Give your telephone number if you want.
Man, yo, come and hit me up on Somchai_Muay Thai on Instagram, or you guys can hit me up at 561-351-4784. I have a.
You can buy your tickets from.
Yeah, you guys can buy your
directly.
Tickets. Yeah, buy your tickets.
How much are tickets?
Directly. $65 for the
and like, is it?
Yeah, it's gonna be
more for the front. Like a normal
I would prefer for everybody if you guys want to see all the action to try to get on that topper level, because you guys will be able to.
So what is it, like, first come first?
I believe so. It's just the tickets how they are, because we're fighting in like an arts center. So
let's say somebody fighting some VIP seats, they can get that.
Yeah, VIPs are actually going to be $1,000.
$1,000, guys.
Wow, okay.
And what's the telephone number again? 561.
Yeah, 561-351-4784.
And how many people?
Yeah, because I'm still a virgin.
The $1,000.
It covers 4 people per table. So Oh, you gotta
that's
get,
a steal, my
over
nigga. Yo, $250 a pop, my nigga. That's
but,
it.
But you also get full access to go see the fighters in the back and stuff like that. So if you guys want to come out and like hang out with me, you get to
see them in their boxers.
You want to get me and see me out there and hang out with me, or you know, whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna really get too distracted before I fight anyway, but I don't mind hanging out with people. It's kind of one of those things I like to do anyway. I like to keep myself calm and you know, in the game a little bit. But some people they kind of they take it to the level where they want to just, you know, hide in the corner, wait till it's fight time, and then they go out there and they go out and fight. Yeah. Which I get it. Everybody wants to kind of be hyped up and angry.
Well, no, that's why I like the way you come in. Like you always interact with people too. Yeah. You put a show too. Like
I'm a showman. That's what people know me as. I mean, I never really, when I go out and fight.
You don't make it boring.
No, yeah, when I go out and fight, people know me as an entertaining fighter. I'm not I don't go out there and just starch somebody, or I go out there and go get them and ground and pound and be done. I like to go out there and fight. I mean, I'm coming out of a retirement. I've been out of I've been out of fighting for like 3 years now, 3.5 years. So when I'm getting back in there, I want to get my ring time, just like I want to get my screen time, just like I want to get my play time. You know what I mean? I think everybody wants to. If you're putting in this much work and dedication and time into this fight, you know, industry, I'm sure that everybody wants to get that ring time. You know, so I'm gonna go out there and go put some ring time on this guy that's been, you know, picking at me for the past 12 years. So now it's kind of, you know,
personal now.
A little bit personal. You know,
12 years, huh?
12 Who's the fighter?
His name is Kenny Sabino.
Kenny, hey, shout out to you, guy.
Yeah.
Coming to see you January.
Yeah, man. Just make sure you hide your children. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah.
No, I'm just kidding. No, but no, he's
he made it personal.
No, he's a fighter that beat me back in 2010, I believe. Yeah, 2010 when we were amateurs. So he caught me, you know, caught me by surprise with that little arm bar or something like that. But
he knocked you out?
No.
Oh, have you ever been knocked out?
No, never been knocked out.
Sorry, I'm not trying to offend you. Know, I just gotta ask.
That's fine. No, I've never been knocked out, but I've been submitted before, and that's what that name of MMA. You know,
I had some Christmas lights.
Yeah, so submissions and stuff like that. But that's the name of the game. I've been submitted before, but I've never really been knocked out. I mean, I've been hit. But throughout my whole amateur fight career, I've never really been like cold cocked in the face, like flushed or anything. I've always been maneuverable to kind of avoid certain situations. So, thankfully, you know. But as the levels and as the game is getting better and better, these younger ones, they happen to be, you know, the younger ones happen to be my size. They fight at 125 pounds. You know, they're a little younger than me. I'm 35 right now, so they got a little bit of that competitor's edge and active, I would say active mentality and in quick spurts and movements. But me, you know, as the ages are coming closer, I'm just gonna make sure I approach fights smart and, you know, not let people overwhelm me. You know what I mean? I kind of dictate. I gotta dictate my own pace in the fight and stuff like that. So
it's a mental game.
Yeah, it is. It's very, very much more of a mental game. It's more of an 80% mental and then 20% physical.
And who are you training with? Like when you train for a fight, who coaches you, or you just like coach yourself with other people?
I normally coach myself. I just put in the work and the time. You know, I also got training partners that I work at the gym with, and I train with like the top number one Muay Thai fighter in the world, the Ace of 10 Pal. So that's another
Shout out
training
to
partner.
him.
Yeah. But that's, you know, as long as you surround yourself around people that are hardworking individuals that put that time and dedication into fighting, you know, you're gonna kind of pick up off of that vibe a little bit. You know what I mean? That's what's good about it. And I think that's what's cool about what I'm doing, is that I'm building a group of people, of fighters, right, that are essentially remotivating me. And now here I am fighting.
Yeah, that's cool.
They're remotivating me. Like I don't have to fight again.
But bro, like
I don't have to fight again. I can be done. I can be done. Coaching. I can be done with fighting if I wanted to.
Right. But your body's not done. That 20% ain't done.
My body and my mind is not done. And the thing is that, you know, my students, man, they motivate me, man. I teach at 3 different gyms, so I'm always thinking, like, I'm always looking at 3 different groups of people. All right, 3 different groups of people with different levels at every gym. Being able to kind of catch up on a beginner standard vibe, catching up on my advancer group, catching up on my more of the fighter group. Different, you know, it kind of has me kind of bringing a
diverse skill set.
Yeah, exactly. Diverse skill set when it comes to, all right, well, these people still believe in me. My students over here believe in me. These students over here believe in me. Why can't I go out there?
Why wouldn't they? If you got, you got, especially, you said 15 champions? 17, you know. You know.
And then I seen that, like, the youngest kid that has competed, how old was that? It's a little blonde boy.
Oh, yeah, 15-year-old boy. I took him to Phoenix, Arizona. Samir, yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, kid. The little kid.
Oh, yeah, another little one. Yeah, he was a little 5-year-old boy. I wrapped him up and got him ready for a fight.
Yeah,
tiny little hands for me to wrap up, yeah.
You know, like, it's amazing, bro, to see a kid that young.
Yeah, man.
That they do.
I mean, I think it's just a lot of time people just don't want to put in a lot of time into the kids program. But I think that's the next generation, man. You know, you gotta teach them up and you gotta raise them right. You know what I mean? So that's what it was.
Yeah, don't get in the middle of that. Like, I think the parents should not get in the middle of their kids, like, activities and stuff like that. Like, leave your problems set aside and just let your kids let loose, you know. Like,
yeah, man. It's good. It's good for them. It's good for them. I believe martial arts is good for anybody. I wish I would have grew up on martial arts when I was younger because I didn't get that. But when I
made it to a green belt.
Yeah. All right. What, taekwondo?
At the church, taekwondo.
All right.
You know, but you had to memorize. You had to memorize like a lot of Bible verses to like go to the next levels, and I never could remember like everything.
They do.
It was all about discipline in your mind. You know what I mean?
It is.
But in order to like, go for that next stripe on your belt or whatever, you had to do this, and that's tough. Those things are tough.
When I was in the juvenile detention program, they taught me taekwondo. So when I was in the juvenile detention program, it was also a Christian program. So I had to do this same type of thing too, where they had little.
Well, that's crazy. They mixed taekwondo with
mixed with like Christianity, and when I was in juvenile detention, that's what I kind of had to grow up on was Christianity and Christian country music.
Okay.
Cause I'm so strong. I was like, I know I could kick somebody's ass, But then I had to memorize all this stuff, and I
had to count.
Like, I'm good.
Like that. So one more time, sorry, Michelle. So one more time, give them if they want to reach you and call you, 561.
Oh yeah, man. You got
if you want training, if you need a rapper person, or if you need the
tickets.
No, tickets. Yeah, tickets for fights. But if they want what you went to school for again. Oh, if you want to be help with your nutrition and
personal trainer.
Like all that, hit up Ragin Asian. So the number is
561-351-4784. All right,
and also your Instagram.
My Instagram, man, Somchai _.
Spell it out for them one time.
SOMCHAY _ Muay Thai MUAYTHAI. All right, and then also my Facebook, Jason Somchai.
How do you spell the last name?
SOMCHAY, guys.
So listen, guys, right here, one of the top trainers in Palm Beach County. He trains my kids, and someday once I get my knees better and better, I think I might start training. I was considering it, bro. Right, I was considering training, that way when I'm with my kids, I can just fight and train them.
What's wrong with your knees? They're just tired from working?
I'm getting old. I'm getting old from standing up, so
I'm almost 20 years. You have to do more squats.
I don't know.
You need more squats.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question
today,
for you guys.
My buddy was making me ride a bike like hardcore.
Yeah, but look
how
at
fast
muscles,
did you have to go?
I don't got legs like that. My knees.
No, these legs just came back.
Yeah?
They just came back. I was looking like shit like 3 weeks ago. Okay. Now
she took a break.
Yeah, but now my body's coming.
You better get back in shape.
Nah,
you got about another.
I got about a month now. I've got a month
and a half.
Everything's coming together right now. I just gotta make sure everything all like. I got strength and conditioning work, and the thing is with this fight, I'm gonna food. Big
Oh, shit. That shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Club.
That's you right there.
That's me right there.
Oh, those are the trainers.
Yeah, these are all the trainers.
Oh, they snap.
Yeah, they made all.
So this is one of the gyms that he be training at, Combat Club. Shout out to Combat Club.
Yeah, man.
My kids train there too.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. We can't forget them.
All the coaches out there, and then rest in peace, Angel. One of our other head coaches.
Oh, so that's like a tribute shirt.
Yeah, it is a tribute shirt. Yeah.
Is that Angel guy?
Yeah, Angel over there.
Oh, nice.
But yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. Do a
Shout
lot
out
of
to
rocking.
him.
Yeah, man. Do a lot of rocking on his shirts, man. And we also have some Wu-Tang Clan shirts and shit.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta see. Oh, they selling them there?
Yeah. We got some Wu-Tang shirts. And
They're snapping on them shirts.
I know, man. It says protect your neck.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Protect your neck.
So what were you gonna ask him, Michelle?
So it's an off-topic question, but it's Michelle's like place to visit for the week. Have you guys been to the hazardous waste recycling place? Like they have one in Jupiter off of Donald Ross Road. They have another one at the dumps. But it's basically like where you're supposed to take your paint and your batteries and your cooking oil and all the things that go into our landfill and then like eventually get into our groundwater, right? So there's a proper way to dispose of your hazardous waste, which I'm just finding out about. I had a client who had a bunch of stuff in her garage that she wanted to get rid of, and she said take it to the hazardous waste place. So that's my place to visit this week. Palm Beach County Waste Management Facility. They have a hazardous waste disposal, and it's really cool. You drive through, and they have all these different cubbies where, you know, you put your pesticides, you put your batteries, you put all those things that go into your landfill. So that is like the coolest thing that I've done in the last week. I was highly amused. So
see, the garbage is entertaining.
I mean, don't judge me, y'all, but normally we would just, like, hide that shit in our trash can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you just throw it away.
Throw it in a river or something.
I never throw it in a river.
No,
but,
hey, Nebraska, I throw shit in the river.
Right. But I would definitely put some shit in my trash and not even think about where it's going eventually. Like, batteries is one thing. I'll toss batteries out and not even think about it.
Yeah,
but now it's so much fun to go to the hazardous waste facility where they have like little organized cubbies and you just toss your stuff out. It's very fast and it's good for our earth.
Nebraska, we burn it.
I know, we do too, you know.
Of course.
You know, country folk.
Yeah, country folk.
Country folk, we dispose of stuff the way that we need to, you know.
No, but that's
trash, bodies, you know, you dispose of it.
There's only one world, man. We gotta kind of take care of it.
Yeah,
so,
and
the crappy shit that we keep throwing out there in our own fucking soil and into our
shit, and even on ourselves, we gotta learn how to fuck all the garbage that we put in our body.
Yeah,
it's too, incredible. You know? The human body is fucking incredible.
It's so funny. Everybody that doesn't want the vaccine, you know, I know we don't talk about politics here, but like everybody that doesn't want the vaccine, like so many people do drugs and there's like so many like contaminated things that you put in your body and you're not asking what's in that roll, are you? You know, but nobody wants the vaccine because we don't know technically like what's in it, right? People are crazy out there. I don't know. I'm one of them. Crazy. Yeah. I'm a crazy.
I think overall, just for anybody, we all want the same thing. Good health and good wealth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good health and good wealth, right?
Happy life.
Yeah, but
as happy as you can make.
Yeah, but I mean, but with that being said, you got to make sure that we always have that self-love and self-care too. I mean, that's what it's all about, because at the end of the day, it's you. You know what I mean? So that health and that wealth, but also worry about yourself. You know
you gotta love yourself first of all before you can even try to help
and love your
else.
planet.
Yeah. Be happy, man. Be happy with yourself.
Yeah.
Well, Jason, I want to thank you for coming through for the show.
Appreciate it so much.
We learned a lot. Give them your phone number one more time.
Yeah, man, 561-351-4784, man. You all
Ragin Asian.
Ragin Asian and Somchai_Muay Thai, all right?
Well, guys, thank you. We appreciate you checking us out. Stay tuned for next week, because you never know who's in the chair.
Cutting it up at Palm Beach Finest Barbershop.
Hey guys, it's Succulent Michelle here with your tip of the week. So this week, I'm going to tell you to dance it out. My daughter is the queen of dance sessions, and so whether you're feeling happy, whether you're feeling sad, whether you're depressed, whether you don't know what to do with yourself, you can always put on music and dance it out. Have a good week.